Sometimes I really wonder, when is enough enough? This week was pretty hard. It's kind of broke me. I made good money, but then again, I wonder where it went. It's crazy because I feel like I'm doing really quite well, and then I look at my bank account and it's like I'm not getting ahead. Maybe I need to figure out some money management skills, take a class. Perhaps my expenses are a lot higher than I really think they are. I definitely made a good accomplishment. I was stressed this whole week about making enough money. And I think I made it. But boy, was it a big cost. And also, I feel like it's just not enough still. If I do a good ride, I make $500 in a day. I feel really good. But I then think I can make more. And it's never really enough. Partially, perhaps, because I never stop thinking and pushing forward and worrying about a catastrophic event, I suppose. And just being absolutely dead broke. It's really stressful and always on my mind. Probably because I've had to live in a car for so many times, and I get housing and then I lose it and I gotta go back to the car, and I've had times when I've had to steal food, and it's really not a great feeling. I think also I just keep working because if I stop, then I'm perhaps bored. And even now, watching a movie or just chilling out, I'm always thinking about what I could be doing. I always have the Uber app on. If I hear that ding, I'm like Pavlov's dog, and I'm looking at my phone immediately. I think I'm just too addicted to working on the Uber. I'm addicted to my phone, and I've been really addicted to researching companionships. I don't really want to say what it is tomorrow, but I might as well just say that it is going to be a pet that's going to be joining in, and I wanted it to be a surprise. Probably people know, and he's going to be kind of a staple for the channel going forward along with me, and hopefully it's going to add some decent content. And I just have an outlet for me a little bit as well. Because at times, the lonesomeness and not having people to talk to or convey and just, I don't know, just spend time with another living being. It gets to be such a burden and weight that it feels just pressure on my chest. It takes my breath away at times, and it feels so claustrophobic just being on your own all the time. And for me, I like to take care of other people and other things. Kind of like that caregiver type of personality, and I just have none of that outlet. And so I'm hoping to have a little bit of that outlet, at least, and make life not only about me. And that's definitely what it is right now. It's just very self-focused on my own being. But perhaps that's what I'm doing in the process of looking for some kind of animal companionship, is just more selfishness of my own. which I really think about, and I'm like losing sleep over it. And, my making a right, wrong decision. I mean, who knows? I'm sure that it's very irresponsible and stupid in a way. But then again, do I just not make the decision and stay stagnant where I am? Or do I do something, even if it's wrong? Do I make that decision and hope for the best? I think what I'm just going to do is make the decision and hope for the best and see what comes of it. But that doesn't take away the fact that it's still really incredibly stressful. I think there's something to be said, though, for being stressed about decisions. Because if you're not somewhat stressed out, then maybe you shouldn't be doing that decision. I mean, if you're going to have a child even, you are probably going to be very stressed, thinking, am I making the right decision here? Am I doing the right call? It's a life-changing event, really. Your entire life until you die is probably going to be very different. So I think that the stress is a good thing. And if we all thought logically, we probably would never have kids. And so the right choice at times is just to say, fuck it, I'm just going to do it and hope and pray for the best and just push forward into life and its hardships and stresses and just say, fuck it, here we go. However, every time that I've been living by, I don't know, what do you say, the skin of your pants or something? Like you're just living it and you're making rash decisions and you're taking risks, but yet everything tends to work out. I've never really been let down by making risky decisions, following my heart, and having it catastrophically explode in my face. It's always kind of worked out. And it's funny, people I've always dated, they've always gone, man, Jeff, you are like the luckiest person. Something always tends to work out for you. Things tend to fall into place. And I don't know if it's just trying my best to be absolutely as positive as possible within any type of hardships, or just shit hitting the fan. Just staying positive, staying on the focused goal, putting a smile on my face on the outside, while inside, I'm like thinking this is like the complete end and that's it for me. From when I was lost in Borneo as a 15-year-old, thinking like I was never going to make it home to my family. Yeah, I don't know any people. I'm lost in a third world country, and I got myself back to the group after 8 hours of being lost, to going through an incredibly hard divorce, to having housing, having good jobs, losing housing. It's all kind of circle backed and turned out to be better than it had been. And I am kind of like a rash decision maker, and I make decisions relatively quickly and I get obsessed. But I think God's always kind of put the handbrake on for me and said, you have to be patient, you have to wait, it's not the right time. But always God then creates a pathway for me or an answer to my problems. And it's always substantially better than the plan that I had. When I just let go of the steering wheel and say, you know what? I'm going to let bygones be bygones. And God, it's up to you now. And you take the steering wheel, because I can't be trusted with it. I will crash and burn this van, bus, whatever, quicker than you can say, lickety split it. Lickety split it. I don't know if that's a saying, but it's always worked out when I let go. And I think in this instance, I let go and the opportunity came and I had the means and I have the ability. And so God can lead a horse to water. He can't make us drink it. So we have to take that last step. He can take us the majority of the way, but eventually we gotta do some work into this. You know, it's really funny when you're young. You always think, I want to be unique and different. And then as you get older, you're like, I just want to join society and be basically like everyone else. I just want to fit in and feel like I'm part of the community. And I think that's kind of what I'm hoping for, is to also join more of just like normal people society. There's definitely like this feeling of being an outcast right now. And that's pretty tough on me. I just kind of want to be seen as like a normal person. I probably am, but deep down I know that I'm not really, because of my outrageous living standards, or the way I live, not standards. I don't think I really have too many standards. The one thing about me is I'm definitely very organized, and I can schedule my life very well. And I think that's one of the only reasons why this has worked out for so long. I think maybe there's some form of resiliency as well, and just perseverance into the unknown. And even though at times like I give up and I'm like, I've hit my max, that only lasts usually like a day, and then bounce back from it and return back to more of a normalcy state of mind and a sense of calmness and well-being again. I'm sure everyone has that, but because I don't really have anyone to kind of bounce a lot of my emotions off of, I think I have to just hit that rock bottom level and then crawl back out from that. But it is interesting just thinking about what is in stage for life for going forward. Like, what is it going to be like when I'm 60? And in a way, I'm actually kind of excited for it, because I mean, this like 15, 16 years is a long time. And I think there's a lot that could actually get accomplished in that amount of time. Even if I just keep making YouTube videos, eventually it's got to get somewhat successful. And you know, it's the mule that just keeps pushing the cart, doesn't give up. That's the person that wins. As long as I keep pushing forward, that is quite the jet going over. You can't really see us behind the trees over here. Anyways, as long as you keep striving forward, I think in a moral way, don't forget where you came from, I think you're bound to succeed at some point. There's so many people who found success through devious means or just being an asshole. They've always kind of risen to the top and then crashed and burned back down to the bottom with all of us mere mortals. And the trick is to do it while remembering those who helped you and the struggle to get there, and helping other people then get over that struggle. I wish I was at that point where I could help people get over the struggle. Might not ever happen, But then again, you never want to give up hope that it could happen or will. It only takes a mustard seed to move a mountain, I guess. And as long as you keep striving forward and keep your ears to the ground for opportunities, I suppose they'll always pop up. Some people say you only get 1 or 2 per lifetime, which is probably a crock of shit, because if you get that opportunity and you're set, then you start giving opportunities to other people instead of having to take them. And so who knows, if you didn't take that one opportunity, there could have been another one just around the corner. But you just have to be ready to sacrifice, work hard, and keep the motivation high, and just get down and dirty to making the dreams happen and make the most of whatever is given to you at that point in time. I don't know, like, I think maybe I'm in the right place right now, but who knows? Maybe I'm not. And maybe the answer eventually is to leave all of this and find greener pastures. I was thinking it was in Colorado, but it's hard to find the jobs and the income ability like here, and sometimes you just gotta be patient and wait. God's got the answers, or some higher being, and we don't always have that. So waiting for that opportune time, even if it's hard and you think there's no point in living anymore and that nothing's going to get better. I could probably say 90% chance that it will get better, but there's probably that 10% chance it won't. But that 10% chance might just come down to you and me and whoever we are. Hopefully some of this has made sense today. This has been quite the week for me making videos. I'm not really sure if I've made much sense. I've kind of been spilling my heart somewhat, just because it's just videos of me talking and not a lot of the 360 camera and like epic like drone style shots and getting out snowshoeing on cliffs and everything. And I really miss that kind of stuff. But I kind of needed this time, I think, just to use the point and shoot camera, just speak my mind to a video. They've been much longer than what I've been expecting. But I think making these videos, it kind of goes back to, you want to show up for yourself every day, through the thick and thin, the hard, the stressful, the anxiety. Show up for yourself, put your best foot forward, try to stay positive, and just keep thinking, the world may be going down in a handbasket, but for me personally, the best really is yet to come. And I just encourage everyone out there, show up for yourself every day, eat well, stay away from narcotics, alcohol, and all the chemicals that can mine the mind from what you're dealing with, and just make yourself persevere. Be strong every day, as strong as you can. Try not to get discouraged. I am for sure the number one proponent of being discouraged. But just take care of your body, your mind, meditate, exercise. The body is the temple. I think take care of all that and let the world, politics, Trump, wars, let all that work itself out. just focus on you and those closest. And with that, I will probably see you guys on Tuesday. I'm excited for today, not today, tomorrow, to come and go quickly and just be done with Monday. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on Tuesday and sharing the good news. And hopefully not only showing up for myself, but for something else. And for you guys, show up for yourself and those around. And I've been blabbing enough, so I'll see you come Tuesday. Bye-bye.